if you're starting a new company and you are looking at opportunities, you have to look at major trends that are happening across the world, in your local market as well as in the global market, depending on where your target audience is. 4 or 5 areas that I can think of. Clearly, mobility is a big growth area. Bring your own devices. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this. Is a big trend. The second major trend is cloud computing. There is a lot of opportunity today in cloud infrastructure software, in software that is delivered on the cloud, also known as SaaS. The third area is around gamification of learning, gamification of software today. The fourth area I think is more broadly consumerization of technology. So if you look at the platforms that Apple has created around iOS and what Android is doing, a lot of the things that you would normally expect as enterprise applications are now being made available to consumers. And consumers are interacting more with enterprises as well because of that. So there are all these large trends, major trends that are happening in the market that as an entrepreneur you should look at and think about how can you play in that. Now obviously these are very large trends, and the key thing for a startup is to focus. So what you have to think about is within these trends, what are your areas of strength, and what is in the ecosystem around you. If you come from a software services company, how do you go about learning from your clients, the work that you have done, the friends that you interact with, and maybe there's something that you guys have figured out in gamification around enterprise software based on your learning at a large services company, as well as what you're doing at home when you're with your friends. So those are some of the things I would say when you think about what are the areas I should focus on. Look at it from this perspective. There are 2 ways you can look at this. One is you can create a B2C company where you are going and targeting consumers. And in consumers, obviously, a lot of people have gone into games, a lot of people have gone into learning software. Even within that, people have said, I can go and target kids in the preschool area versus going out after education in later stage or even university education. You can be looking at solutions in the B2B space, which is actually much broader from a technology provider perspective, where you have to look at again verticals around how social is impacting the enterprise, and can you go and build a platform to improve the application usage within an enterprise and bring more social elements into it. Or you could be looking at a security solution for bring your own devices, the BYOD play. So there could be very, very specific companies you could create in any of these areas based on these major trends that you're seeing. If you're focused on a particular B2B solution, enterprise software, now those could be in various industries. So for example, I have an investment in a company that is doing commodity trading and risk management, a very, very specific, very niche vertical. But you could be looking at manufacturing, you could be looking at sales and marketing, you could be looking at, so there could be a functional cut that you could take, which is, within a company, different functions have different requirements. So it could be a solution for accounting, could be for sales and marketing, could be for supply chain management, could be for manufacturing. Or you can think of it from an industry standpoint. So you could be building a software for financial services, or you could be building a software for manufacturing, or for shipping, or for mining. So there are various ways that you can cut this, and again that goes back to how you decide your focus, and that again depends on your experience in the past and where you think the opportunities are.